Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. Thumbs up for that. Things are loud. Machines have just turned on where it was silent before, and I do not know how long I'll be able to record. I may be interrupted. One of our caseworkers has gone to the post office today, and if I've gotten any mail, which I'm waiting for a package, there could be a knock on the door. If there is, I'm trying to get centered here. If there is, then I'm going to hurriedly stop recording and then stitch on something else. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I had therapy today. I didn't do much yesterday after the day. I tried to do as much as I could. I watched videos, I went on some walkies, and that's good. This morning, as stated, I had therapy, so I couldn't do anything really before that. And then it was 10 o'clock when I was done, and now it's checking the time real quick. It is 1:58 p.m. I have spent the past 3 hours not doing much, mostly because I've been waiting to see what's going to happen, because my caseworker went to lunch, and she was supposed to be going to lunch, not supposed to, but had been planning to go to lunch at the time when I left about 3 hours ago, but took a late lunch and is supposed to be coming back about 5 minutes from now, but is also making a post office run, so who knows? Could be showing up at any moment, could be later. It's hard to say. I have been anxious and nervous, been talking with my therapist about that, because my level of anxiety, I can't go too in-depth on this or I'm going to spend 20 minutes talking about it, but years and years ago I was not really aware of my anxieties and such like that, and so didn't really deal with them. I have become aware of them. Now, if you label anxieties as 1 through 3 is low, 4 through 6 is medium, and 7 through 9 is high, that's panic attack area. I have not had panic attacks for a couple of years now. I've been doing good. I have had a couple medium level attacks even fairly recently, but I'm usually in the low level, usually about 1, but I've been around 2, a constant 2 all the time. Hopefully it is just because of all of the changes that have been happening. After all, I spent 7 years living in a place, and at the end of September, that changed. I went to a homeless shelter, and then from there, I spent a month and a half in Port Orchard living in a nursing home with other homeless older men. And now I am here in an apartment in a building that's made to house 4 men in total, in a place that'll hold about 30 some odd of us. There's been a lot of changes in my life. So hopefully that's had something to do with it, because I am just, that being at a 2 and sometimes a 3 is no fun. And I used to go where I lived before, Southern Shelton, if I wanted to go to any place to get anything that wasn't Safeway, I had to walk 3 miles to the Walmart area and then 3 miles back. And so that was a pretty solid walk. Now I live within a mile of everything. So to walk the other direction, there's nothing really that direction that I need to go there to walk. So that's fun. I've been getting far less physical exercise than I've been used to. But on the how much exercise you should get as a bare minimum chart, you should get 2.5 hours of moderate exercise per week. And moderate exercise can be and is, one of them is moderately fast walking, where you're doing 100 paces every minute, race walking. I walk fast. Even pushing my walker, I walk as fast as I can. That sentence was bizarre. Even with a walker, I walk as fast as I can. There we go. As much as safety will allow. So I do get my exercise still. It's just that I'm getting less of it in one shot. So I'm getting less of it in a week, and I don't like that. I need to find new places and reasons to walk, or I'm going to walk less, and that's not good. At the same time, my body only needs as a bare minimum that 2.5 hours of moderate exercise per week, not per day, per week. And as I don't know if C4, CEEPHOUR, is ever going to watch anymore, but if so, thumbs up and thank you. I'm going to be recording, hopefully, my own Iron Helm series, but C4 has been doing Iron Helm on their channel and doing very well and explaining things so much better than I ever could. So if you want to watch someone who does a better job at it and you're just interested solely in the game Iron Helm, go watch C4. But if you want to watch just me as me playing it, then I'm going to be doing Iron Helm here. Just the basic Iron Helm, no expansions, and Tin Helm I want to do as well. I don't have any of the mats, none of the play mats, so I got to make it up. So thumbs up for that. But thumbs up and very, very cool. A good thing indeed. Now, I hope to keep picking things up. Now, one thing I didn't bring out to show off, and I wish I had now, I found in one of the crates that I put into storage, I have Season 2 Prison Outbreak of Zombicide, which is a miniatures game that you can play solo or have many people. If you play solo, you play the whole group. If you play with others, it's everybody plays a different character. But I found that. I bought that 7 years ago. Never played it. And it's there, so I've got that, and I'm picking stuff up, and that is good. As well as, now, just because I'm picking up the board games and such like that doesn't mean I'm giving up on the book solo RPG stuff. I still got a busload of actual solo RPG plus other types where there's the game book types, and then I have the actual game book. Now, Fabled Lands is something I want to do, but that's more difficult to show off. There are no PDFs for that. There's just the physical books. So I would have to lift and show it or just do readings. So we shall see how that works out. But I'm going to be doing something here, and something very, very soon. I was glad while watching C4, I was listening to him playing the game, and I had to break out my own because I had played Tin Helm and then lightly ruffled through the Iron Helm book. But boy, oh boy, there is a huge difference in combat. When you are playing as the grizzled adventurer in Iron Helm, you crush with the damage you do. You roll dice and you total it, and then you can spend energy to add more damage to it. You are dealing damage, whereas just like in Tin Helm, the monsters are rolling 2 dice and subtracting the lower from the higher. In Tin Helm, you're not that. You too are having to roll 2 dice and subtract the lower from the higher. So the monster can easily trump you in damage. But in Iron Helm, yeah, you're a grizzled adventurer going down for one last fight, but you have got experience under your belt. So I am looking forward to playing, recording, and then purchasing some of these expansions for it. Hopefully in time be able to pick them up. Like if I get one of the Mike Lambo books and pick up like one of the expansions for things like that, and I want to pick up the PDFs for D100 Dungeon, as well as I need to get the actual physical book of book 7, so that way I can play the game and I can show on screen extracts from the PDF, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing instead of just me pointing at stuff that you can barely see as being even a game. So hopefully we'll be getting that done. Definitely a thumbs up. And there's that $20 expansion for 4 Against Darkness, where it's like a 400-page expansion, and that's only volume 1. So it's heavy duty. Looks like it's turning it into an actual role-playing game. Thumbs up for that. So past that, I don't have a lot to say. I'm always a little bit, everything shook up after therapy. But for each and every one of my Patreon patrons that are still patrons, and for everyone that would like to become a patron, I am still accepting those and my patron stuff. Thank you, each and every one of my beautiful and awesome Patreon patrons. You are beautiful and awesome, and as soon as I can push through my ADHD and my executive function issues, I'll be having your names up here again. So no fear, and thank you so much. You are all beautiful and awesome, and thank you for believing in me. For everybody that has left me comments, there have been some very, very heartfelt and amazing comments. Thank you all. I have, through the years, gotten postcards, letters, emails, and comments that have showed me that though I'm just a tiny little guy, tiny little channel, and I'm just an older guy, and I've got barely any views, and I get paid by Google like once a year doing my channel here, I am still making a difference, and that is enough to keep me going. Thank you, each and every one of you that leaves me comments, and I will keep doing my best to keep doing what I'm doing. And everybody that has issues and ideations that are frightening, please hang on. And again, as this one person said that they found it done, you know, with boys, girls, all of our binary, non-binary friends, no matter who you are valid. So thumbs up on that. So, hopefully today, probably not with all my issues and the fact that I had therapy today, hopefully today, if not hopefully tomorrow, I will get some actual recording done with my tablet, with my stick, with my green screen holders, even though I had 2 green screen holders. One of them was pristine and fine. The other one had been damaged when it was sent to me like 7-8 years ago. One of them broke. Guess which one? The good one. So now I've only got the damaged one to hold up the green screen, and then this one, which is just a pole. So I'm going to have to tape the stick onto this one and then balance it on here and then dangle my cameras from the stick to view what's happening down below on the table. Thumbs up for that. A very good thing. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. And now, of course, I have to reach forward and tap the on-screen stop recording button with the stylus in hand. And of course, as I've said many times before, now that I'm doing this, I actually don't know what my natural speaking voice is anymore. I keep ramping it up into a higher register because while my normal voice is lower, it is more difficult for people to hear at lower registers. And so when my voice is at a more natural for me speaking tone, it is of course more difficult for people to hear. And so with my wife, who had difficulties hearing because of radiation from her chemotherapy and radiation for her non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, I ramped up the registers so that she could hear me. And now I find it very, very difficult to not do so. I keep my voice ramped up so that people can hear me. You take care, and I'll see you all on the flip side.